Welcome to Dune Awakening, the survival adventure game set in the legendary world of spice sand and sandworms. Today we're building the ultimate Buggy base, a massive all-in-one base that fits perfectly within a single Advanced Subfief and has space for everything you'll need to thrive. Inside this base you'll find 2 large garages to store your buggies and your tread bikes away from the scorching heat, multiple crafting zones to house all the crafting equipment you could possibly need, large living spaces where you can kick back and relax and read in peace, and not 1 but 2 bedrooms for you and your crew. There's even leftover space for a future ornithopter. If you find yourself enjoying today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment below telling me what you want to see me build next, and why not subscribe? It's completely free and helps me out a ton. Now without further ado, let's dive into today's video. Hello ladies and jelly spoons, and welcome back to another building tutorial with me, Lols at Lance. Now before we dive in today, just a quick announcement. My community server is now officially open. If you're looking to play Dune Awakening away from the chaos of official servers, come and join us. All you need to do is become a YouTube member and hop into my Discord to get access. We've got an awesome little community already surviving and building together, would love to see you there. Today we're putting together this epic Buggy base using the Choam Shelter Structure Set. It's a big base and fits perfectly inside one Advanced Subfief console, so no need to expand. On the map today we're building here. It's close to the Harnoken Outpost, you won't be too far away from the Anvil Tradepost, and you'll mainly have access to broken down ornithopters and buggies to harvest. For the crystals you'll need to make cobalt paste, you'll find them in the trenches below, and for other ores you might need, it's just a short drive away. You're also right next to the shipwreck for easy material farming. Okay everyone, well I've had to wait till night time to do this tutorial because I will just keep getting heat stroke, and that's never a good thing for anyone. These foundations I've just placed here temporarily, just so I've got, you know, somewhere for all my stuff to be. I've got some materials in there so I can do this build for you guys today. And guys, can I just say, the reason it's been so long since the last tutorial is because I was grinding to get all these Atreides things. Look at all the Atreides stuff I have now. All this Atreides stuff, I had to complete Atreides missions. I had to get 100,000, I think 100,000 coins in the end to buy this all. Only to find out once I bought it that you need Plastone to make it. So it was a complete waste of time, sadly. So instead we're going to be using a mixture of some of the Atreides stuff that we can use, like the palace window for example, along with the Choam Shelter I'm going with today rather than the Choam facility. I think we're going to use the Choam Shelter. So let's start off with our foundations. Please do make sure that when you place in the first foundation that you're very close to the edge. Not right into it, but close enough. You can always, don't forget, you can always move your Subfief around as well and make it fit better. So around about this far away, and from the front we're around about this distance away from the edge. And we've already placed one in here. We're going to go from this one square here, and we're going to go across by 9 in total. So we've placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I will put lights as we go so we can actually see what we're doing. And then we're going to go 6 back. So we've already got 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then simply you just want to go all the way around and just do the same thing again. So we're going to go 9 this way in total, including this one, and then 6 back that way, and then we're just going to fill in the inside. And there we go, you got 9 by 6 in total, 9 by 6. And don't forget, like I said at the beginning, you can just move your Subfief. If you're finding that you didn't get the, you know, it quite right, you can just move your Subfief. And then, so you delete it and then you re-add it. And what you want to do is just find the middle of the build and then place it in the middle. So let's pretend I'm doing it now. Let's pretend I've deleted it and I'm adding it back in. Oh, someone's here. Oh, no. So, yeah, you can just do that. You go ahead, you place it in the middle, and it will all be golden, and you'll be fine. Okay, let's start adding in the walls. Now, the walls aren't going to start from the edge here. We're actually going to start them from right here. So, we're going to go ahead and get our wool, just our normal wool. And we're going to go up by 1, 2, 3 in total. Then we're going to go across and then do 1, 2, 3 again. And then we're going to miss one again and just place in our door. And then do our walls on top again. Miss one again. Place in some walls. Miss one again and place in some walls. So it should look something like this. What we're then going to do is we're going to grab our windows. Now, for the windows, I am going to be using Atreides stuff. Obviously, you can use something else if you don't have the Atreides things. That's fine. So, right here, this is actually going to be where we come in with our buggy. So, I'm doing one window at the top. And then the next one across, we're going to do them coming all the way down. And the next one across, all the way up. And then again on this side is another place where we can drive up into our garage. So we're just going to do one window at the top. For the garage door, we're going to be using the pentashield. So hopefully I've got enough materials for this. Because we're going to place it in here. And then I believe, how do we adjust this? I've forgotten. Oh, like that. There we go. You just press, you click it once, and then you click again to say how big you want it. Bam. That's in. So that's Pentashield 1, and we're going to do Pentashield 2 over here. So it should look something like this. And right now, I know what you're thinking, a very boring, just plain, straight wall across. There's nothing to this base at all, and truly, there isn't. Quite honestly, there isn't. It's all a fool. It's actually a box disguised as a nice-looking base. It's just a box disguised as a nice-looking base. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish the box before the daytime comes and it's approaching fast. So everything you've just done on this side, guys, you're going to repeat on the opposite side. The only thing is I'm not going to put a door here, and you still are going to build one in from the edge. So this is the edge. You're going to do your wall here. Let me just place it in now. So your wall will be one in like this, going all the way up. So as you can see right there, and then you're just going to simply just do the same thing you've done here on the other side. But the only thing is you don't do the pentashields. Rather than doing the pentashields, you're just going to come down with the windows. So let's go ahead and do this now. If you hear a load of meowing in the background, it's just my cat. Just ignore him. Bless him, he wanted attention. I couldn't give it to him. I'm recording. He's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait. Right, so on these sides, I'm actually going to go ahead and add in some normal windows, I think. I think that's what I want to do. I'm not entirely sure. And once you've added in this side, it should look something like this. Now we need to do the sides, and for the sides I'm not actually kind of sure what I want to do, but I think I might try a window, a normal window at the bottom going all the way along, because this is going to be our garage and it'd be nice to see outside, right? And then, oh man, it's a hard decision. It is a very hard decision because we use the Atreides ones at the front and the back, so it's a bit like, do we use this? I think let's use them for now. I might change my mind later. It's such an easy changeover if we do change our minds. So that same design, windows at the bottom and top and walls in the middle, I'm going to repeat on this side as well. Okay everyone, well this is the size of the main bottom part of the base. It's pretty big down here. This is just your garage section, honestly. This is where you're going to keep your buggies, your bikes, have a few crafting stations down here. But the main area that you're going to be doing most of the stuff is going to be upstairs, which we're about to work on now. I say that, but it's a lie. We're not working on the second floor just yet. We're going to move on to this section here outside. So right out here, I want to add in some triangles coming along. So I've gone in the middle first, and 1, 2, 3 coming out. And then I'm just going to simply go 4 and 5. So that's 1 in the middle where the door is. And then you just want to go out 1, 2 on that side and 1, 2 on this side. And then we're going to be adding in a slight detail now with some pillars. Now these pillars, I need to delete this light. These pillars need to be facing outwards like this. We're going to do 1 on the end, go up by 2, and then add in a top at the top. And you're just going to do this on this bit, on this one as well. Then we're going to ignore this section for a second and just do the same thing on the opposite side over here. So it should look like this. We're also going to add in some stairs so I can actually get up and down. Okay, that's perfect. We can get up and down now. Now we want to do some more pillars. We want more pillars. Where are they? I forget where they are sometimes. There they are. Pillar middle. So what we want to do now this is the issue sometimes with these. Okay, so when I say this is the issue, basically what's happened is I don't want my pillar to be straight. I want my pillar to be angled. The reason it's not angled is because this triangle here is facing the wrong way for some reason. So let's demolish this, demolish that. Let's grab our triangle foundation again and then spin it. There we go. So you need to hold down Alt on keyboard and then spin it with your mouse wheel. And now that that's happened, it should... There we go. Now it's going the right way. So we want to go up by 3, just with these middle pillars. And we want to do the same thing over here. Okay, well, now we need to build on top of these pillars. And to do that, I'm going to use the Atreides ceilings or flooring. A Caladan Palace ceiling. Now obviously if you don't have this, just use a normal floor or roof tile. That's absolutely fine. Now I'm going to make sure that they're pointing this way and coming all the way along. Okay, once you've added those in, you want to grab a triangle ceiling. So triangle floor. We're going to put these up here, if I can see. And we're going to do the same thing we've done down here, but just repeat it up above. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Isn't she a beauty? I mean, I've gone for kind of like a temple design with this, and I do quite like it. So guys, everything we've just done here with the pillars, the ceilings, and these ceilings, we're going to go ahead and repeat on the opposite side. So I'm going to come out here. Going to demolish this temporarily so I can get out here. In fact, we probably do need a door on this side somewhere. But let's also don't forget about the foundations here. We need the triangle foundations. But we're just repeating what we did over there. So let's get this done now. Okay guys, this side is done as well. You might have noticed I've added in doors either side rather than in the middle. And you know what? I think we're kind of done with the exterior for now. I think, well, the bottom part of the exterior. I think we can move on to the upstairs. So, I think I'm going to get myself up here. And let's start placing in loads of ceilings going across here. So for the ceilings, I'm going to probably use the Caledon Palace ones, but obviously if you don't have access to those, just use the normal floor. That's absolutely fine. Hello, it's Editor Lance here. I just thought I'd pop in and say hello. Are you using this? Because if you are, you should subscribe. That is all. Okay, so once you've filled in the entire floor up here, it should look something like this, and we're simply just going to grab our windows from the Choam Shelter, and we're just going to probably use windows going all the way around. I think that's what I want to do. Maybe I use walls here, maybe I don't. Do I want to use walls here? Let's just do windows everywhere. And I'm going to go up by 2 as well, just so everyone knows. So it'll be 2 high and going all the way around. And we'll even follow this section here as well. So we're going to go all the way around this section, all the way around there, and back around till you reach back to where you start. Okay everyone, well if you've done that correctly, it should look something like this. What an absolutely huge area. Now this base is intended to like keep you going for a while. I know that the last base I made, people were like, no, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. Is this big enough for you? Hey, look how big it is. You got enough space in here for a lot of things. I think this is the perfect buggy base. Downstairs you got a lot of room for your buggies and stuff. And then up here, you got a lot of room for all your crafting and even probably a little living area. But right, let's go ahead and place in the roof. Can I balance on top of this? I can. Okay, so for the roof's very, very simple, everyone. We're going to be using the Choam Shelter. Go to the roof. We're going to grab our angled roof corner and place that in. Guess where? On the corner, of course. Haha. Well, we're going to then use the angled roof to go across. Let's jump on top of that. There we go. I think we use the triangle roof here. Is that correct? I think we do. Then a triangle roof over there for sure. The only thing is, okay, I think we do it like this, right? You put in another triangle here. Let us. And then we just need the reverse, right? Triangle roof top. There we go. I'm learning. I'm learning right here with you on this tutorial. So we also need to add in the angled inwards corner to go in between these two parts. So one there, and there'll be one here. And then you just want to continue along until you get to the corner. And then the rest is pretty simple after that. Simply on top of this, we're not going to go any higher. I don't think I want to go any higher anyway. We could go higher. I don't think I want to. We could do a rooftop like this to be fancy, to make it a little bit higher. Or we could just use the standard rooftop, which is this one. I think on this section here, we'll use this little knob. And then after that, we'll just use the standard roof, I think. So, literally, what you just done here, you're going to repeat over there, the same thing over there. And then in between will just be us filling it in with this roof tile right here, this rooftop. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Okay, guys, the roof is all done, and I changed my mind a little bit there. I tried a different design, it didn't look good, so I've just done rooftop 2 going all the way along the middle for no reason whatsoever. No one's going to see this from all the way down here. Maybe if they're flying over me on an ornithopter. So yeah, look, you can't even see it, so it's a bit pointless, but hey, I wanted to do it. So we're not quite done with the exterior yet. You'd think we are, but we're not. We're going to be doing some exterior details before we move on to the interior. So for the exterior details, I was thinking about probably more pillars, because my favourite thing in life is a good pillar. So I actually have one already placed in here. What I did is I just got really close to the foundation and I placed it in as close as I could to said foundation. Now, wherever you end up placing it, so I've ended up just going a little bit over this grey line here. So there's that grey line going across the metal. Just a little bit over. So what I want to do is just make sure that I get that the exact same place as that one there. So I'm going to go over here. And let's try and duplicate this. So we want to perfectly just go above that grey line ever so slightly and bring it out a little bit, maybe around about there. I'm gonna try there, and that's how far I stuck out there. I think if the other one's not stuck out that far, I'll make it stick out a little bit further, but it looks about the same, so I'm happy with that. Right, we're going to continue to build higher and higher. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach. It says I'm blocked here. And I do wonder if it's because of these windows or not. Yeah, it's the windows. So if I didn't have windows then, I had a straight wall, what would it then say? Let's see. So we've done walls there instead. Pillar? No. That's, you know what's interesting about that is obviously I've designed this beforehand and that worked, and now it's not working. We are going to have to go back a little bit. That is so annoying. It worked earlier. I had it perfect. And now it's saying no. Alright. Let's see. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Look at that. Now we're cooking with gas. How far away is that from... That's, you know what, it's probably the perfect distance. It's probably the perfect distance. Now, I want to add on a little detail on top, so I need to climb up again so we can finish this off. So I either want to go up one more, I don't know if this is going to allow me to, one more, then a top, then we're going to put a top part and then a bottom part. Will it let us? Okay, it won't let us go that high. So we're going to have to do it from here. So we're going to do a top part and then a bottom part. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Beautiful. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the top part, then the bottom part on top. So let's repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to go 6 high in total. Okay, so if you've done that correctly, it should look something like this. And I think I want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So let's go ahead and do that now without getting sunstroke, hopefully. Okay, so once you've done this side as well, it should look identical to the other side, really, just with the 2 doors and no pentashields. Right, let's go inside before I absolutely bake to death. Oh my goodness me. Now, the only other thing that I thought would be quite cool at the front of the base here is having a balcony come out from this wall up here. So the way I would do that is either use the normal flooring like this. going across. Or we could use the Atreides one here, but I'm going to use the normal one. And then the triangle floor, simply come out and go across. And then you want to add in some railings across this. And that's how you can add in a little cute balcony up there. Looking pretty good. Now, obviously, we need to get in and out of the pentashield without just crashing into the foundation. So we are going to need some ramps. So I'm going to go ahead and grab either the half ramp or a ramp. What's the difference? So the ramp's like that. The half ramp is a little bit more friendly. Okay, let's go with the half ramp then. Like this. And I'll probably just go all the way across. But we'll do the other side as well. Just the one. Maybe it's just the one. Maybe it's just the one we need. Let's get rid of the other one. I don't know. I haven't got my buggy here, so I can't actually test this out, which is stupid of me. My buggy's in my other base. But trust me, we should be fine. I mean, we'll see at near the end. I'll have to bring the buggy over here and just make sure it works. Otherwise, that's a waste of a tutorial, but it should do. If I haven't edited something at the beginning to say I cocked up, then we should be fine. Now, the only other thing I was thinking out here, if we grab ourselves some floor, I was thinking we put in a statue on there and a statue on here, just for a bit of extra decoration. And maybe I put a pillar underneath this so it looks like it's supported properly. Looking good. So there'll be a statue there, a statue there. I'll probably put some lights around the base as well. But honestly, guys, that is just a box turned into quite a nice looking base, which I'm pretty pleased with. But we're not finished here. Oh no, because we need to work out how we're getting upstairs now. That is very important. This part's a garage, this part's a garage. But how are we getting upstairs? Well, first of all, what I really want to do, which we're not decorating yet, but I want to just add this one decoration in if I can find it. So I've got this sandworm statue. I have no idea where I got this from. All I know is that I have it. And that I want to place it in somewhere around here. So I was thinking of placing this dead straight in the middle as you come in. So you see this first thing. Oh no, it's spinning around. Uh-oh. And place this in. And with this in, what it will do is tell me where I want to put my stairs. Because if we have that dead in the middle, then where the hell are we putting our stairs? And I think the answer is probably over here. So we want our stairs going up one here. Then our floor going across, maybe by one. I don't know, by two. Just by the one. And then we'll do stairs again. So stairs coming here. Okay, it's blocked by the worm. So let's just move the worm for a second. Now, hopefully, I should be able to put this in. One. So we did stairs, floor, floor, then stairs again. And then stairs again. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah. So you come in through the door, and you're met by this giant worm, which I love. And we could also frame this a little bit better by using some pillars. Or columns, rather. So let's go ahead and place in a column coming down here. And probably a common... did I just say common? I meant a column going up this section as well. And now we truly know if that's in the middle. It looks in the middle to me. It does look like it's in the middle for me. Okay, so what that's done is it's informed us where the ceiling entrance is going to be to the next floor, which is right here. It is extremely dark up here. There are no lights. I mean, even with these lights, they don't really provide much light, sadly. So we need to work out a lighting situation. Obviously, we could probably use these that give off a bit of light. But for now, let me go away and pack up my old base, which is going to take a hot minute for me. I'm going to have to pack up the entire base, put it in my buggy, and then drive over here. We're going to see if the buggy fits in here, which it should do. When about to cross the desert, you must always look both left and right. And ensure that it is safe to go. I've got my whole base in here. I really hope that I survive. I'm fine. I should be okay. Alright, here we go. We're coming up. Let's see if the buggy fits. And I hope it does, otherwise this tutorial's useless, isn't it? I think it does. I think it fits perfectly in here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Straight in. Love it. Okay, everyone. Well, the buggy is officially in, which we're happy about. Imagine how useless this tutorial would have been if it didn't fit through that little gap. But it does. It fits through really nicely. So this tutorial officially works. But we do need to work out the interior now. And I have been away and I've been grinding off camera, just sorting out some stuff because I've realised we need a ton of electricity. And I did put down quite a few behind the worm, which is a great place for it. I recommend placing them there. Up here, I've already gone ahead and placed in some crafting stations that we're going to need to place around here. Obviously, this area is so big, I'm not going to need to use the whole area. And another thing I want to point out is that I put a load of storage boxes down here, just because obviously I was moving my whole base over here, so I was offloading the buggy. But it actually works, like, practically. This might stay, because it makes sense to have all your storage boxes where your buggy is parked up. That just makes sense. Lastly, because the base is so big, yeah, I think this side over here, this is going to be where I'm going to park my ornithopter in the future. So this roof here will give way for a big pentashield, and I will basically drop down the ornithopter into this bay, and then all the crafting and living space might be over here. I'll see what I feel. But first of all, let's work out the downstairs. So to start off, I actually want to lower the ceiling here a little bit. Okay, so to start off, I actually want to lower the ceiling a little bit here because I think we're not going to be able to put a ton of lights in this base because it's so big, and I think you're only allowed up to 30 lights. So doing this may just help light the area up and make it look a bit fancy. Now, there's also the option that you have to just simply do the lower the whole section like this, and then have an extra floor up there if you need it, which is also a good idea. You could have an additional floor if you'd like. And for now, yes, I am going to lower the whole floor. Screw it. Screw it. Let's lower the whole floor. Nice. Now that whole floor up there is just wasted. If I show you that, it's just wasted. I mean, maybe we can put like a bedroom up there. Maybe. But I need to work out a ladder system or like a stair system to get up there. Now on this side, we'll try the other technique, which would be to place down straight down the middle. We'll do that now. Just straight down the middle. Just a nice little decoration. There we go. So that's what I'm thinking. And to be honest, if we're going to do that, then honestly, maybe the ceilings above should just be normal. But we won't do that now. We won't do that now. So those are two options. You could either do that option, or just leave it nice and open. It doesn't matter. The other thing I'm considering is placing in some railings to block these sections off. But honestly, I think I might just keep it nice and open. But again, if you want to try and block some sections off a little bit, this is a way to do it. So you come in to this beautiful area with the worm. In fact, this one here needs to be a railing gate. So if we demolish that, put in a gate, then we can come in through here. So this area I was thinking was for my bikes, and that area for my buggies. But alas, we're going to get rid of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into super fast build mode down here. We're going to work out a little bit of decor, and then we're going to work our way up the stairs, and we'll do the upstairs next. Okay, everyone, I think this is what I'm going to go for in terms of the layout. I think this is what I want to do. So we got our section over here for our bikes. We have these sections above. Now, obviously, if you're playing with a few people, maybe these sections would be helpful. So everyone's got their own space. Maybe someone wants to have a little bedroom to themselves over here. Maybe over there, you've got your buddy who's got another bedroom up here. Their own personal storage space. That's how it is designed, I guess. And then up the top, so we go all the way up here. Now, there was another option to have stairs here. You can't do it on this side because we need these stairs to go all the way up. So, honestly, I might delete these and then just have it as ladders. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, everyone, let's go upstairs because I am ready to show you what I'm going to do to the upstairs in terms of the layout. I've already kind of laid out my crafting equipment all the way around here. And you'll see why I've done it like this, because I'm going to now use some half walls to break up this room. So let's use some half walls coming down the middle. And on top of that, we can add some railings as well. And this is just a really simple way, guys, to just break up this room and make it like two separate crafting areas. So we come up the stairs, we come into this crafting area. This is my blood purifying area here. And then we're going to move over to this area, which is just my general crafting area. So I'm going to place in a wall here. I'll put some railings on that later. And this is another crafting area. So two areas just like that, just by adding in some half walls. Now, coming over to this side, we've got a huge area to fit in. Now, the plan is with this section here, this is where my ornithopter is going to come in eventually when I am on that part of the game. That's what I intend to do anyway. Hopefully it fits. I don't know how big the pentashield needs to be for it to come down, but that's the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block this area off with a wall. Let's just go ahead and place in some walls coming all the way along from here. Just like that. And if we place in a door as well, let me go ahead and remove this piece here and place in a door, or a passageway actually, probably a passageway. Then we've got an area, well, we've got a doorway to go through to get to our ornithopter when this area turns into it. So this area I'm probably going to leave because this is like a future update area, right? This is a future update area. That's there, ready for an ornithopter. But what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to actually add in some more walls. So I want to block this section off as well. So let's place in some walls going up here and around here. And then I'm going to have some fun here to help break up the room even further. So we've obviously got this big area here. But something fun we can do is if we get our half walls. So I'm going to grab our half wall. We're going to go along here at the top of the ceiling. And then we're going to make a curve here. So we're going to get our rounded wall, but our rounded half wall. And curve it around here. And then just keep the train going. Let's go all the way down here. And this is just like a nice little detail that you can add into the top of the roof. That just helps break up the room a little bit. Let's have a look. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That little just small detail just adds to the room really well. But guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go away because I've got quite a few areas to decorate. I've got this area over here to decorate. I've got that area over there to decorate. This is all just going to be with like the Choam decoration stuff. In the future, if I had more, you know, survival fabricators, etc. to craft and or make, or storage areas, then I can just literally replace the decorations with practical stuff. But for now, it's all going to be decoration. And the same for downstairs. I'm going to decorate the downstairs as well. So guys, I'm going to go away and do all that now, but don't worry because I'm going to show you every single little thing that I add during the base tour. So do not panic. So I will see you guys after the cinematic shots. Okay, ladies and jelly spoons, the base is all complete and I am ready to give you the base tour as it's just turned morning and the lighting should be good. I don't know why it's so windy. It is incredibly windy here all of a sudden. There's no sandstorm, but yeah, it's a little bit windy. That's fine. So as we come up to the front of the base, obviously this base is designed so that the front is the same as the back. But a side I didn't really show off is the side of the base. Let me show you the side. The side's not got anything going on too special with it. It's literally just a box from the side. It's just a box. But hey, it still looks kind of cool. It looks better than just a normal plain box. Look how I'm jogging, everyone, by the way. This is how I jog in real life. I jog like I pooed myself. That is usually how I jog. Right, let's head on inside then, shall we? Let's hope the lighting's good inside. Sometimes it's a little bit rough, but it should be okay. Right, so we come on inside. We're met by our giant worm statue. I have no idea how or where I got this. I assume it's part of the Atreides structure sets that you get. I absolutely love it. I had it at the back of the build as well, but I had to change out the back, which I'll talk about in a minute. This mat down here is Atreides. These lights are Atreides as well. If I come over to the left, we've got our first garage section. Now, I've stored my buggy in here. You could probably store about 2 buggies in this side, and you could probably store more than that if you really tried. And you could store 2 on the other side, but that's where I'm storing my tread bikes at the moment. Now, the thing that I change at the back here is I put a door on the back. Originally, I didn't have that because it's pretty useless, my buggy coming out the back, because I'll literally just fall off the cliff. But the reason I did this little inside scoop here is because I needed to get a good... Look at the clouds. What is happening right now? Are there clouds? I'm going to take a screenshot. This is good. This might be the thumbnail shot. Hang on a minute. If the wind wasn't just attacking me right now, that would have been a really good thumbnail shot. Maybe I can edit that out. Doesn't matter. Anyway, what I want to say is, yeah, I needed to take a good thumbnail shot. So I basically made the front look like the back and the back look like the front, if that makes sense. Before I did this, it was very different. I had a door here instead, and I had a door on the other side, and then this was just a wall, and then I had a sandworm statue out here. But actually, like, depending on where you build this, it can be an in and out base. So it actually makes sense design-wise to have it so that your, like, tread bikes and your buggy, they can just go out one side and come in the other. It's like a drive-through. It's like a drive-through in here. Anyway, so that's how that came about. Let's talk about the stairs. It is going to get dark here now. I might wait. For some reason, during, like, midday, the base gets really dark, and then, like, towards the evening time, it goes light again. I don't know why. I guess while I wait, I'll talk about the power for this base. To do everything you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generators in total. You need 5 generators. I haven't unlocked the power of the wind yet. I can make one. I can't fuel it yet. So, yeah, I'm just waiting on that. Okay, it seems to have lightened up a little bit, so I'm going to continue this base tour. So if we go up the stairs to the right here, we come to our first bedroom. Now, this is why I imagine if you've got like a few of you playing, you can have separate bedrooms. So this is one of the bedrooms, which is nicely decorated, mainly using the Choam furniture sets. We got our little pet in here. Hello, buddy. How are you doing? And then if we come this way, we've got a little pathway. Now, I didn't do this bit during the tutorial. This pathway, I don't think I did during the tutorial. So do connect these up, because that also gives you access to the balcony. So you can look out into... Oh, look at that view. That is what I wake up to every morning. It's a beautiful view. Right, let's continue on. So this is the second bedroom. I didn't put too much furniture in here. I kept this one pretty minimal. We've got a little seating area in the middle, and then we've got our bed over here. So, pretty cool. Now, I do have a question for everyone in the comments. Do we get Atreides furniture, that, like beds and stuff like that? Because at the moment, all I have is a few little things, like a table and chairs. That's all I've got. Anyway, let's pop on downstairs. So we've also got this ladder here, in case we want to get down the ladder, or go up the ladder even. So let's go up the stairs again. Now, sadly, because of these columns here, I can't put a railing here, which is the most ridiculous thing. Dune do need to fix some stuff to do with the building. The light limit is really bad, and the fact that you can't put columns into walls is also silly. Two silly things, but there you go. Right, let's head on upstairs, and we'll come to the crafting area. So this is one of the crafting areas. This is where I've got my water and my blood all like doing their thing here. And we've also got our refineries over here as well. Now you might notice the room's broken up really nicely with a little bit of ceiling design with the curve going around like that, which I really, really like. We've also broken up the room with this big half wall in the middle. And that just houses the other crafting area on the other side. If we go over here, this is the second crafting area that has all of my sort of tier, I believe they're like tier 2, the steel workstations, as well as a few others like my recycler and my repair station. Pretty nice to have those areas separated. You don't have to separate them, but it means that you can fit more in if you do it that way. Plus, we have all of this room here that I haven't really utilised. I've utilised it as decoration, really. So we've got a seating area over here, nothing too crazy. I could definitely build up this space a bit better over here. But we've got a nice little seating area with a desk over here as well. And then if we go over this side, we've got this beautiful mural on the wall. This mural, I don't know where I got it from. I think it's either I got it from the Atreides stuff, or it was a Discord drop. It was some sort of Discord drop, if I remember rightly. Oh, it's getting dark. Uh-oh. Never mind. Okay, well, over here we got all our Atreides stuff. So this is all I've got in terms of the Atreides stuff, sadly. All of this right here. I don't know if there's more, or there's more coming, but we need more. If you're listening, Ofcom. I just called them Ofcom. Funcom, if you're listening, you know what though, I'm probably wrong about there not being more. There probably is, and I just need to buy it or something. But you think that's the whole area? You think all of this is the base? No, because there's a whole other section right here, which I haven't done anything with. It's in complete darkness right now, because this is my future Ornithopter Bay. Once I am able to put a pentashield up there, and put some lights in here, which I've actually hit the light limit, so I'll need to kind of manage those lights. Then I will simply be able to go fly, land in here. It'll be perfect. I'm telling you, it will be perfect. I don't know if I'll be able to fit 2 in here. Maybe. I don't know. Truly, I don't know how big they are, so I just hope that I'll be able to fit multiple in there. But yeah, this is what... If you max out the space of the Advanced Subfief console, this is the exact space you get. It's pretty big without extending it. This is pretty big. So I think this has got everything you need going into the middle of the game. It's certainly big enough for me right now. I'm kind of going into aluminium slowly. So that's where I am on the game. But guys, I guess that concludes today's base tour. If you did enjoy today's video, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Comment down below what you want to see me build next, and why not subscribe. It's completely free and helps me out a ton. And until next time, Dune survivors, love you guys to death, and I'll see you in the next video.